Time for another mailbag edition of Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. You have questions. You're in luck because I have answers. Use the hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat if you want to be a part of our mailbag that is on our live shows that we do on Wednesdays. And if you subscribe to the channel, then you are going to know when we go live. Look, sometimes if the Seahawks have breaking news, then we're going to stop whatever we're doing. We're going to go live. We do these mailbags. You can be a part of the segment. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Be a part of these mailbag shows that we do on Wednesdays. Join us then and subscribe to the channel now. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. All right, let's go ahead and begin with our first mailbag question. Comes from Eric. He says, let's go Hawks. Love our draft picks. I agree. Devon, Witherspoon, and Jackson Smith and Jegba highlight this draft class. And I got to tell you, I'm very excited to have both guys, the two best players at their respective positions. Devon Witherspoon, the best corner in this draft. JSN, the best wide receiver in this draft. To me, I think that it's a home run for both the offense and the defense to get players of that caliber. It's a win for Seattle. I thought they did very good in this draft, Eric. Pass says, just stopping by, brother. Can't wait for Walker year 2. Keep up the great work. Hashtag Real One, hashtag Chat Sports. Pass, thanks for the love. Cheers to you, and I appreciate you showing some support here on the channel, Pass. Pablo says, with a $5 super chat, bang! Devon Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen. How many interceptions will they have together? Let's go Seahawks. I love my Seahawks. Well, think about this, Pablo. Tariq Woolen had 6 picks last year. Devon Witherspoon in college had, 2 or 3 there at Illinois. I think if they get anywhere between that 6 to 8 range collectively, then you'd be feeling pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I think that that's a realistic expectation for the Seahawks, that they can get somewhere in that range. But I agree. Let's go Seahawks. Love the Hawks. Thanks for the super chat, Pablo. M3TCA1FPROD says, with a $5 super chat, thanks for that. Dre'mont Jones, he will make a great addition to the weak D-line, and he will pressure the QB. I love the addition of Dre'mont Jones. Dre'mont Jones is going to be fantastic. He's going to bring a presence that's much needed to this front seven, this pass rush. Watch out, Dre'mont Jones is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting to have him in Seattle and to see what he does. I think he was a great pickup. Thanks for that, my guy. Another super chat, $10 super chat coming in from Eric. He writes DK song. So if you haven't been a part of our live shows, then here is your chance to hear the DK song for yourself if you've never heard it before. Big Tex is here. I'll have him sing with me. And we will sing about this together. Here we go. A 1, 2, 3. Chomping, carols chomping, Gino passes. No one's stopping DK. Touchdowns all day. He rules. Let me know in the comments section, what is that song based off of? It's a Jeremy Chuggs original around here. Thank you, Eric, for that $10 super chat. Isaac writes, are we the third best team in the NFC? Isaac, great question. So let's break it down for you, okay? You look at the NFC, I think the Eagles and the Niners are your top 2 teams in the conference. But then after that, the door is kind of wide open. I mean, you got to talk about the Cowboys, the Giants, Seattle, of course, the Vikings, the Lions, kind of all within the equation there. I think you could make a strong case for the Seahawks being in that upper tier, being one of those top 3 or 4 teams in the conference. I think that's certainly possible, Isaac. Thanks for the question there. Appreciate you sending that in. 12th man writes, should the Seahawks trade for Patrick Queen? Let me tell you about Patrick Queen. I would happen to know a lot about Patrick Queen. And Patrick Queen is a guy that in his 3 years in the National Football League has greatly underachieved, underperformed. And at the beginning of last year, Ravens fans were very upset with Patrick Queen that he wasn't playing to their expectations, to what they had hoped to see out of Patrick Queen. And for the value of being a first-round pick, he hasn't been that guy. Now, Eric DeCosta says they plan on keeping him around in Baltimore, that they see him as a Pro Bowl linebacker. But the truth of the matter is, he's not a Pro Bowl linebacker. Has Patrick Queen been in a Pro Bowl? The answer is no. Patrick Queen's a good player, but he's not a great player. And I think that the Ravens are not going to let him go easy. I'm kind of out on the idea of Patrick Queen. I've been disappointed in Patrick Queen for what the hype train was supposed to be for Patrick Queen. So, no, I don't think the Seahawks should trade for Patrick Queen. What do you think? Should the Seahawks trade for Patrick Queen? I think he's going to be back in Baltimore anyway. But if he's on the trade block or a trade option, should the Seahawks make a move? Y for yes, in for no. Tell me in the comment section what you think. Matthew writes in, what are some of the best free agents still available? I also think Chase Young might end up a free agent. Our needs are still offensive guard and center. I don't see that happening. I don't think the Commanders are going to be just letting go of Chase Young and making him an unrestricted free agent. Don't see that happening. But, Matthew, thanks for the comment anyway. As far as some of the best guys still available in the free agent market, really depends on what you're looking for. I mean, there's a lot of good edge rushers. The types of, like, Yannick Ngakoue is still around. Melvin Ingram is still there. There's a number of good edge rushers in that group. Frank Clark, of course, former Seahawk, is still there. Justin Houston is still around. I mean, you look at the wide receiver position. Jarvis Landry is there. Running back, you got Ezekiel Elliott is there. There's some decent options of some players still sitting around. The Seahawks, I know there's been questions about the offensive guard spot. And Dalton Reisner, formerly of the Denver Broncos, is still hanging around there as well. So we'll see. But those are just some of the notable players that are sitting out there in free agency at this point in time. Thanks, Matthew. Tom says, where do you think DeeJay Dallas lands in the depth chart after the draft and the UDFAs? Well, if you're the family of DeeJay Dallas, I have bad news for you and hope you're not watching right now. Because it's not looking good for DeeJay Dallas. Let's put it that way. Zach Charbonnet is expected to be the number 2 back behind Kenneth Walker and probably get a decent number of touches. Then the number 3 spot, okay, DeeJay Dallas or Kenny McIntosh? Well, Kenny McIntosh is better than what DeeJay Dallas' strength is. DeeJay Dallas, of course, is a very good pass catcher out of the backfield and can be a third down back, and, that's where he gets paid, right? Well, in his case, I think Kenny McIntosh is going to be better than him at what he does best. So, for me, I think it's not good news for DeeJay Dallas. I think it's 3rd or 4th, and he's just hoping to make the roster at this point. But it's not looking great for his prospects. Before the draft looked like a golden opportunity to be the number 2 back. Now he's just hoping to make the team at this point. Seattle Superfan, all right? Should the Seahawks trade for Kenneth Murray? I've been a big fan of Kenneth Murray dating back to his days with Big Texas' favorite team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And if you recall, folks, when Kenneth Murray was at OU, they had a historically bad defense. Kyler Murray was there on offense and won a Heisman Trophy. You had Baker Mayfield the year before that. And those offenses were incredible, and the defenses were bad. The only one silver lining about Kenneth Murray, or about the defenses those years, was Kenneth Murray. He was arguably the best linebacker in college football the years he was at OU. He's come to the NFL. He looks the part. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. I think he is going to be a lot cheaper than Patrick Queen potentially when it comes to getting a deal done. If you want Kenneth Murray, I think you can probably get him at a much lower cost than you probably could Patrick Queen. So I am open to that possibility. I don't think it makes too much sense for Patrick Queen. I think the asking price is going to be too high. I think Kenneth Murray might make a little more sense as far as that goes. Should the Seahawks trade for Kenneth Murray? What do you think? T for trade, P for pass. Let us know what you think about the idea of Kenneth Murray. Type T for trade, P for pass. Let us know. Gino writes, what's your prediction of our record will be this season? Ha-ha! Gino, I have that for you. Not at this moment, okay? We'll do record predictions videos and all that on the channel. Be looking for that. But let me see the opponents and the matchups. At the time we're recording this on Wednesday, the official schedule's not out yet. So I'm not going to jump there yet, but I do think the Seahawks will be winning at least 10 or 11 games. I think that's very fair. I'll have more on that later. Stay tuned. K-Soon Soon says top 3 players in the undrafted free agents. K-Soon Soon, I don't know necessarily what my top 3 would be, but I would say that the number 1 for me would be Jake Bobo. Jake Bobo, who they brought in from the University of California, Los Angeles, was, I think, a very good find. He's not the fastest guy, but he's a huge guy and could be a good red zone threat. That would be the guy I'm looking for. We'll see. But I would start there with Jake Bobo and then go from there. Last one from Devon says, awesome job, Tyler. Well, Devon, thank you. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the super chat. Showing us some support here on Seahawks Today. We do this for the 12s. We do this for you guys. You are the absolute best. Thanks for sending in that a super chat and being a part of the show here. All right, quick question before we wrap up today. Name a player the Seahawks should add this offseason, whether it's through free agency, trade, whatever it may be. Tell us in the comments section. We'll see you next time here on Seahawks Today.